I've decided on taking a little bit of time away from the metalwork on this truck. As much as I enjoy the process, that shit is hard. And I am a man of leisure. But in the meanwhile, I figured I'd pull the engine and transmission out of this thing. Hopefully through the passenger door opening. Gonna pull the gearbox and bell housing out from underneath. Remove this door. Pull the passenger seat and remove the engine cover assembly, or the doghouse, which should be a miserable shit show because all the fasteners that secure this thing to the floor are held in on the reverse side with square nuts retained by sheet metal tabs that are virtually non-existent at this point. So that should take a frustrating amount of time. But once that's gone, we'll pull the accessory drive off the front of the engine. Any wiring, hoses, hard line, springs, all of that will be removed for ease of removal. Pull the radiator, some kind of cross support member there. But that'll all come out. Got some Harbor Freight blanket goodness. So we'll go ahead and get this door pulled a while. Interesting note, the door is kept from overextending by this woven strap assembly. Kind of nifty in its simplicity. But what the door lacks is the little detent arm that keeps the door from closing on you. So if you're hopping up in this thing and you're not quick about it, she'll come up and bite you. Let's see how this goes. Passenger door, gone. Front seats, gone. Just gonna give this thing a quick clean before I start working on the doghouse. And it is as gnarly as you would expect. I guess I'll pull all this out while I'm at it. And that appears to be fiberglass insulation between the nose of the truck and this interior paneling. So that should be good fun. Unbelievably, the battery box is like the only thing that isn't rusted on this truck. So I'm not really sure what alternate reality this thing lived its life in. There's all kinds of awesome treasure to be found in here. Brake parts. Perfectly good cigarette. Evidence of rodent activity. Ooh. Number 2 pencil that's covered in shit. Alright. Groovy. 2002. So this thing was possibly driving on the road 20 years ago. Anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna pull the flooring up, shop vac everything, just generally try to make it a little better to work in, and then we'll get on that engine cover.
Drag a boulder uphill with a rope that's tied to my head, counting all the wolves along the way. Tired eyes, desert dry, cracked hands clutch at sky. Gotta make it up before the rain. Slice of hollow life, and every drop was savored by the blade. The bellows sink inside my chest with venom I cannot resist, and haunted visions of a missing face. The shadows grip the phantom strong. I drink my thirsty devil's gone. Just can't ever put them in the grave. Hey, you wanna eat, you gotta break some legs. Because you always learn. You learn in the hardest way. 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 Learn in the
Here we have it. Engine and transmission gone, done, been pulled out. All the associated hardware, hard lines, cabling, wiring, everything's been pulled. Pretty awesome open space in here. I might just leave it as is and make this a vehicle that you have to stand up inside the cab to drive. Also thinking about putting an aquarium in this open spot. Or not. Floor's not too terrible. I think the average observer would look at this and say, well, damn, the floor is half gone. But being the eternal optimist that I am, I look at this and think, well, damn, the floor is half here. So at least there's something to work with. But now that the engine and gearbox and everything else are out, I think that pretty much frees me up to move on to cutting the bed out and getting a new 2x4 frame assembly put in. Never done anything like that before, so I'm excited to get started and start working my way through it. Once the frame is in, we should be able to get the Tesla drive unit mocked up underneath, and that'll be a milestone for this thing. Found a pretty sweet popsicle stick with an absolutely hilarious joke on it. When is a fin not a fin? When it's a dolphin. Oh, Lord, Lord, Lord. With all that weight from the engine and trans being out, isn't quite hitting the gasser stance, but she'll get there. She'll get there. Here's the crank out of the 170. I scrapped the block and head, keeping the crank. Probably going to do like a grinder stand with it. And I have another engine that could utilize the valve train and the push rods. So I kept those. Here's a quick shot of the work on the side panel from previous videos. Far from perfect, but good enough for who it's for. And that's just all spray paint and auto parts store Bondo and very minimal body work. Get an idea of the rear panel. I don't know if it turned out great, but it sure turned out. It's just a mess of shit from pulling the interior apart. One of the benefits of working on a truck is that you have convenient storage option in the back. Anyway. Yeah, so next video I guess we'll start hacking the back end out of this thing and seeing where that takes us. Thanks for watching.